Greetings to you all, children. We are here to learn 8th Standard English Supplementary, which is in Tamil Nadu State Board syllabus. Hope you all like stories very much. I am going to show you a video. What do you see in this video? Watch it and tell.
River.
River.
Yes, you could see the crystal clear water. It's very pure and gives energy even in watching it. Yes, this is a river, one of the water resources in nature. Do you have river in your area?
Yes.
Yes.
No.
I have received two answers, yes and no. Some may have river in your area, some may not have. But all could have seen at least in movies. If river blows in your area, how will you cross the river? There will be a necessity to cross the river to fulfill our needs. We have to reach the other side of the river.
Boats.
Boats.
Using boats.
Yes, using boats. We have to use boat. The boatman should take us from one side to another. The supplementary title is Crossing the River, written by Manoj Das. Who is the author of the supplementary? Manoj Das. So we have to know about the author. Manoj Das was an Indian author who wrote in Odisha and English. He was born on 27th February 1934 in the small coastal village of Sankari in Bograi, Balasur district of Odisha. He was a writer, columnist, editor, and professor. He had received the highest civilian awards for his contribution in the field of literature and education. He died on 27th April 2021, that is last year. He was alive when our book was published. What are civilian awards, children? Do you know? Bharat Ratna, Padma Vibhushan, Padma Bhushan, and Padma Shri. So we can say that Bharat Ratna and Padma Awards. You are watching Bharat Ratna. Then 3 Padma Awards. The Padma Vibhushan is the second highest civilian award of the Republic of India after the Bharat Ratna. The Padma Bhushan is the third highest civilian award in the Republic of India, preceded by the Bharat Ratna and the Padma Vibhushan and followed by the Padma Shri. The Padma Shri is the fourth highest award of the Republic of India after the Bharat Ratna, the Padma Vibhushan and the Padma Bhushan. Is there any Padma Shri awardee of this year in Tamil Nadu?
Yes.
Yes.
Very good. How many Padma Shri awardee of this year are in Tamil Nadu?
4.
No, 7. They are Sirpi Balasubramaniam, S. Damodaran, Ballesh Bajandri, Sauka Janahi, Muttammal, A.K.C. Narajan, then Dr. Veerasamy Seshaya. Yes, the characters in this story. Moti, the milkmaid, the pandit, the landlord, the boatman. These are the characters you have in this story crossing the river. This is Moti. Then the landlord. Next one, the boatman. The last one, the pandit. I have drawn 3 figures, the 3 characters. The boatman alone is taken from pixabay.com. There was a pandit who had many disciples and admirers. Among them was the landlord of the area. Landlord means Nilakkilar or Pannayar. The landlord asked Moti to supply a tumbler full of milk to the pandit every morning. Moti, the milkmaid, also accepted the words of the landlord. She discharged her duty faithfully. She did not fail even if on smoke days it rained heavily. Usually during rainy seasons we fail to do our regular duty. Retain means to keep or continue to have something. Continuously, even in the days of downpour, she discharged her duty without fail. She crossed the river by the help of a ferry boat. Already we discussed that we have to use a boat to cross a river. There are many kinds of boats. Do you know? I would like to show you some of the types of boats. Catamarans, car float, Chandan Vallam, dragon boat, drift boat, duck boat. Fishing boat, houseboat, hovercraft, lifeboat, gallon, luxury yacht, electric boat, narrow boat, express cruise, patrol boat, yawl boat, par boat, coracle. In most of the villages, it is being used. Very boat. Tour boat. Yes, we are returning to the story. The Pandit was an eloquent speaker who could gather hundreds of people for his discourse. Pandit means scholarly person, one who can gather to give their opinion, mass of people to give his or her opinion. Moti too made it a point to stand behind the audience. She was very eager to listen to the Pandit. Audience means all the people who are watching or listening to a play, concert, a speech, etc. She thought that only one who is very near to God and truth can command such wisdom. The Pandit asked Moti if she could bring the milk at least an hour before sunshine, since he was under a certain ritual. Ritual means மதச்சடங்குகள், religious or solemn ceremony. Yagam, Abhishekam, these are all come under rituals. Vow means a formal and serious promise, especially in a religious ceremony. ப்ராமிஸ் பண்ணுவோம்ல, சத்தியம் பண்ணுவோம்ல, அந்த மாதிரி விஷயங்களை தான் நம்ம ஓவ் அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவோம். ஓத் டேக்கன், ப்ராமிஸ் ஆர் ஓத். The Pandit asked Moti if she could bring the milk at least an hour before sunshine. Moti also assured him enthusiastically that she would do as he said. But she failed to bring it on time. She apologized the Pandit for his lapse. She regretted by saying what she could do. Even though she was present on the bank of the river, the boatman did not turn up. He observed her and asked she could not cross the river without the boatman. How then she could cross the ocean of life? The mystics say that one could cross the river by uttering the name of Vishnu. Innocent Moti believed that and murmured no one had told her that. The Pandit once again said jokingly, that is secret. Moti bowed to him and replied she would report as before sunshine from the next day. The Pandit said, fine. She came earlier. Days gone by, she was regularly supplying the milk. The Pandit asked her about the boat and the boatman who could ply her to cross the river. On hearing that, Moti replied, "There is no need of any boat." He asked how then she had crossed the river. She walked across the river since the water remained ankle feet for her when she uttered the name of Vishnu. Ankle deep? He wondered. It was unbelievable to the Pandit, and he followed her tiptoe. Upon reaching the river bank, Moti put her empty pot down and with folded hands paid obeisance to the river. Obeisance means a gesture expressing differential respect such as bow or curtsy. தலை வணங்குறது, நம்ம நெஞ்சில் கை வச்சு இப்படி குனிஞ்சு காமிக்கிறது, இந்த மாதிரி விஷயங்கள்லாம் மரியாதையை வெளிப்படுத்தக்கூடிய ஆக்ஷன்ஸ் which show respect. The Pandit was struck dumb on seeing her picking up the pot and stepped into the river, walking with ease to cross it. The Pandit almost fainted. No one could believe that. The story portrays the contrast between a scholar's knowledge and an illiterate's complete faith. Even though she was not a literate, she had stern faith. The moral of the story is everything is possible when we have total trust and completely surrendered to God. Do you have faith in God? Yes. If you have faith and you completely surrender to God, you could do anything. Then I would like to consolidate the points as mind map. The landlord asked Moti to give milk to a Pandit. Moti was innocent and dutiful. She sought help from boatman. Pandit asked to supply milk before sunrise. Absence of the boatman made her failed in discharging her duty. Pandit shared a secret with her, that is, uttering the name of Vishnu. Moti came earlier regularly. The Pandit asked her if the boatman would have come earlier. Moti reminded the secret and struck the Pandit by wonder. The Pandit saw the miracle of faith. Shall I ask questions, children? Who was Moti? Who was Moti? Moti was a milkmaid. What was her duty? Moti had to supply milk to the Pandit. Was Moti educated? Verbal question. So you have to write yes or no. No. She was not educated. No is the answer, so that we have included not between verbs. What helped Moti to cross the river. The complete faith in God helped her to cross the river. What is the moral of this story? What we have learned from this story? Everything is possible when we have complete faith. So be faithful, children. You could do everything. Getting high marks also always possible if you have faith. Enjoy learning. Thank you, children.